Hello and welcome to another day in paradise, and welcome to another ad hoc edition of the Unapologetic Negropian. I bet you thought that you was going to be able to get away from this Trump-Biden election race. Well, I'm afraid not. I'm not going to go too deep into the actual race itself. But what I do want to speak with you about is how you can use this opportunity to see people for who they actually are, because I think for the last 4 years we've had a lot of people who were supporters of Trump, just a toxic racist POS. We've had supporters of those people, but they've been closet supporters. They've been unwilling to come out of the closet. And I need to say this at first. I'm not a proponent of any party of any of these two people. To be fair, I think that I'm one of those conspiracy theorists, I guess, who believes that this is all nothing but a sham, and that the real people in power, the real puppet masters, are the industrialists, the bankers, so forth. Those are the people who don't really want change. This is the reason why you don't really see incumbent presidents leave office. They normally serve 2 terms, because the people at the top, when it comes to industry, when it comes to banking, money, finance, stability is everything. So if they can have stability for 8 years, if they can dictate policy for the next, for 8 years in a row, then they'll do that. They don't have to change anything, and they continue to make money the way they do. So the point I'm trying to make is that I just don't have any interest in playing in this game as well. I'm not American, so I don't have to. But I know there's a lot of people out there that believe that this is their only hope. That vote that they have is their only hope. So I never put people down for voting. You got to do what you got to do at the end of the day. And if you've got a tiny bit of power yourself, then you should use that power. And please remember, there is power in numbers, of course. I don't understand how the collegiate vote, what is that system? My goodness. Yeah, that country is a mess, man. I'm sorry. It just is. I don't understand how you can, how your vote doesn't count, but it counts. Go figure. Anyway, so I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, share, and click the bell notification. And right now, I've got the stats in front of me, and it's saying that, live U.S. election, fight fierce across battleground states. Biden is a little bit in front. I think the thing is, you have these 2 men, none of whom really personify America. I've lived there. I've lived in the United States, and yeah, you have your fair share of not too bright, not the sharpest tools in the box type of people out there, but I met so many extremely smart, extremely articulate, intelligent people out there. Unbelievable, mind-blowing, from all over the world, and they've come there and they've settled there and they've made their home there. It's just hard to think that these 2 were the best people for the job of leading the free world, being leaders of the free world. So yeah, it's sad to see this. You could have done better. It's really deflating, actually, to have had a person like Obama in office, regardless of what you want to say about him. He still managed to personify what an American was, even though he was a puppet himself. They all are puppets, all of them, even Trump, by the way. Okay, there are people who are far more powerful than Donald Trump is, and he's president of the United States at this moment. So, I was speaking to Malance a couple of days ago, and she was telling me that Trump was essentially fighting for the safety of children who are being sexually abused systematically across the United States of America. And I had to question her judgment about Donald Trump, because even if the media are talking all this rubbish about him, facts are facts, right? I mean, you can't ignore the fact that he was on this Jeffrey Epstein aeroplane, and he is your archetypical sexual predator type of misogynistic person who likes young women. I mean, for heaven's sakes, he likes his own daughter, okay? So when you have a person like this, you can't ignore all those signals, okay? For the greater good. Okay, yeah, but he does this. No. I've been on this earth for long enough to know that I knew Donald Trump you gotta remember, I knew him in the mid-90s when I lived in New York myself, and he was just a socialite, right? He was just a socialite. He talked a lot of air. We all knew that. But yeah, managed to get himself the highest seat in the land. Fair play to him. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about, I know this is a very long-winded entree, but please bear with me. What I wanted to talk about was this golden opportunity now. So you have the opportunity to make discussions and talk to people about their political stance and how you feel like Trump will do and what he can do for us. Really try to play the game and try and find out, because right now if you can find out who are the smart people, who are the people who didn't vote, who are the people that voted and why they voted, and then you can make informed decisions on whether these types of people are the right people to be around. And this is going to be unfortunate because some of those people are going to be your family members, right? You know as well as I do that sometimes family members can be just as toxic as people outside there in the real world, right? But if you have a family member that's saying, oh yes, Trump, what Trump did, yeah, you know, he's this, he's that, he's good man, he's doing everything for Black America, he's done more for Black America than Obama did, and blah, 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 blah. If you have this type of right-wing rhetoric coming out, just somebody that sat in front of Fox News for, you know, hours on end, watching the election progress, you can pretty much tell that this person is probably a goner. I don't like being negative, but I wouldn't waste my time trying to persuade somebody who has gone that direction, who has chosen to empower somebody, period, just somebody like Donald Trump. Now, you can also speak to them. This is why I'm saying that I don't have any allegiance to these parties. But with Joe Biden as well, you can rest assured that you're going to get people who will also say the same thing about him. Yeah, Joe Biden is a good guy. He's really good. He's clean, and we all know he isn't. We all know what he did in the past. We all know that he can be bought. We all know that he has used his power to imprison many black Americans for all sorts of stupid reasons. We all know that he's not totally mentally healthy either. So, yeah, both. I don't think any of these two people are characters that you need to be voting for. But the reality is, I'm not in that situation. It's not my responsibility to make these votes. It's your responsibility. So, if you genuinely want to make a difference, if you feel like that the Republicans are not for you, the Democrats are not for you, that you don't have to vote for either of them. But I would say, if you're in a situation, look at the actual parties themselves and what the parties have done. Don't look at the candidates. Okay, I think that's more important. Look at the parties themselves and make a judgment based on the parties, not on the two puppets that they have up in front, because these people are, I'm sorry to say this, but they're just not good people. You can tell that. You know that most politicians aren't, but you can really see it in these two old European men, unfortunately. So, back to what I'm saying. Use this opportunity to seek out those people, those closet supporters of misogynists or sexual predators, sexual child predators. I mean, you can see it seething out of these two guys. Really, if you can't see it, then really you need to recalibrate your mind, seriously. Okay? You need to be careful and take a look at the people around you. And once you have all this information, you can then start to make an informed decision on the people that you can be around, the people that your children can be around. You know, if I know somebody who is a lover of Joe Biden, they're not going to take care of my children at any point. Okay, I never have anybody take care of my children other than my partner. Okay, so, but if you know somebody who is a lover of Joe Biden, would you have that person take care of your kids? I mean, you know what Joe Biden's like. We've seen those videos. It makes my hair stand on him. Total creep. So that's part of the reason why I'm saying don't vote for the characters in front. Vote for the parties. If you're going to vote. Period. Should we even care? I mean, we're planning to leave this country behind, right? Should we care? Should you, as African Americans, if you're African American, should you care about who's going to be in power for the next 4 years? Does it matter? Has it mattered in the past? I would really like to hear your comments on this, please. You know, maybe I'm just talking gibberish again, but I wish I could say that it matters. I wish we could have another Obama, but somebody that was probably a bit more on our side, another black guy. That'd be really cool. So anyway, I'm going to stop this, and let me just refresh this for you guys so I can see who's winning. No, that maybe later. Trump's gaining back some ground. Ooh, exciting stuff. Okay, so guys, I'm going to leave it there. Please let me know if I'm talking rubbish. Let me know whether you are planning to vote and who you voted for, why you voted. Tell me if you're not going to vote and why your reasons why. I would love to hear those in the comment section below. Okay, until then, the next time I speak to you, I'm guessing you'll have a new president. Good luck. think twice. There are a bit.